Hello, everybody. Good evening,
Good
and welcome
evening, everyone. Ilang trumpet
Good
pushing
evening.
for that intro.
news for the first half of October. Good evening, gentlemen. With me, as
Good
always,
evening,
is
guys.
Jake Fernandez, nakaupo at naglilingkod.
At si
At si
Ron Teruel, uhaw at iinom na.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Kyo. Thank you for joining.
Hi
How are
Kiyo, good
you?
evening
How are you
sir.
guys? How are you guys tonight?
Okay naman. Busy sa
Hope
work
everyone's
pero
doing
pero
well,
ito yung
no?
tunay na work eh. Ito yung tunay na importante work.
Work begins now.
Mhm. Excited Jake, say my name. Anong gusto mo? Gusto mo pabulong pa Kiyo pag in-announce ko yung name mo. Kiyo. Hi Kiyo.
ASMR. Hey guys, do you know that 2 days
Hmm.
from now it will be Essen Spiel.
Oo.
Nga,
Bukas na yung flight ni Jake eh.
bukas na.
Bukas na yung flight ni Jake.
Are you leaving again? You're leaving. Oh
Reporting
my
Oh,
again
gosh.
siya uli.
andito na yung maleta ko.
Ah.
Nakakapack ko lang. Tapos, after nitong recording natin, ano na ako, lalarga na ako. So again,
Such
mag-ready kayo ng mapabili nyo.
such a busy guy, this guy.
Essen ka ba? Essen ka papunta? Ganun.
That works too. So, and you guys have news on any new games coming out that you're looking forward to? None yet.
In Essen,
Ito,
Yeah.
i-report natin.
bukas
Oh,
kami,
we will.
report natin.
Then,
Trabaho natin
We'll
yan eh. I-report
we'll
yung
report
mga-
some of it, not all of it, but maybe some. Right? We'll see. We'll see what happens. So thank you for joining, everybody. And again, if you have news that you would like us to report, please send it to us in the variable play page, or just message us privately, and we're gonna add it to the news. Okay.
PM is key. PM is
PM
key.
is key.
PMSP.
Yes, why not? Right? If you want to be direct and personal, sure, why not? You get to interact with Jake and
Ako
Ron.
talaga.
Mascot eh, no?
Mascot? Ano yun? Parang Jollibee, ano? Parang Jollibee na sumasayaw. Mascot. Ganun.
No, not really. It's just that a lot of people are familiar with you guys, so that's why. All right. So I'm looking for. Hey,
What
Javi,
up, Javi? What
thank you for
up?
joining.
What up?
Oh, there's
What's
also.
up?
Oh, Mars is saying that there's gonna be a new tabletop RPG
Cowboy
and
Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy
Did you see?
Bebop, hopefully in the same time frame as the Netflix release of like
Probably, no?
It looks good.
probably.
The the trailer
Hi,
looks good.
Dan. Good evening.
Hi Dan.
I done.
Hello. All right.
I saw the
So if you
trailers
don't,
and stuff.
you saw the trailer of Cowboy Bebop. Uh
Yeah.
Zulu looks cool. I forgot his name. I think it reminded me of Zulu from Star Trek.
Hans Zulu.
Anyway, without further ado, thank you for joining. We're gonna begin with our news, of course. So here's our headlines.
Yun.
Whoa, still there.
Whoa.
All right. So the first news, I have to show you guys that this is our first news. Ravensburger. It's not food. It's it's a company. Ravensburger are actually halting orders right now from publishers. I mean, from suppliers, from everything else. They're actually trying to focus more on delivering their backlogs because they don't want to fulfill, or they don't want to promise orders that they cannot fulfill. And this goes on also with the crisis right now of the shipping line crisis. So instead of them trying to get more into their stocks, into their warehouse, they're halting it and they're trying to fulfill everything else that they have left yet to accomplish and to fulfill the orders to other people. So I guess the crisis with the shipping lines is really hitting everybody now. We're feeling it. I remember we reported on it 3 months, 4 months ago, and now we're actually seeing the full term effects of it. If not, we're starting to see the full term effects of it. What do you guys think? Will it last longer than
Sir
this
Soy,
year?
good evening. Yon.
Hey, Soy, you think it will last longer than December? It'll
Oh,
be
for
up to
sure.
next year. Oh,
For sure, for sure. I
Yeah, for
think
sure.
a lot of we're seeing it in Kickstarter also, right? A lot of Kickstarters are raising their prices. There's a current Kickstarter with Queen Games where they just like almost 30% more expensive yung Kickstarter nila
oh
this
my
time
god.
because of
Just to accommodate
shipping
for the
issues.
shipping.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're trying to have a buffer for the cost of shipping. So
Do
I
you
don't
think
think
it's
it's
a good
gonna
move? You think it's a good move by Ravensburger?
I anything that keeps the business afloat, right? I think this is a business move for sure because
I think so.
if they're not
Yeah.
able to, I think another way to think about it is magbabacklog yung warehouses nila, di ba?
Yeah,
If
that's what they're
if they
trying to
Yeah.
stop them.
so
So there you go. I think we're gonna be seeing a few more of these that are from other publishing houses that will might do or follow suit with Ravensburger because of them trying to survive. Actually, it's now more about survival than just staying afloat,
yeah.
right? So there you go. So if you have games from Ravensburger and you're looking forward to new ones, it's gonna be a while before they get new ones. All right. Next will be reported by Jake.
Keyforge. Who here plays Keyforge? I don't know in the chat who plays
I
Keyforge
used to.
still. Who still plays Keyforge? And Keyforge was huge in the last Gen Con announcement because they announced their sixth expansion, Winds of Exchange. And
Winds of
within and people were excited. It's a new expansion, but within that little article which they posted in their website, they said that Keyforge, that sixth expansion, Winds of Exchange, will be released but be delayed. And their specific explanation was due to unforeseen circumstances in their website.
Really?
Oh
Really?
yeah, yeah. It's here. It's here in the website. There's unforeseen complications. Sorry, I misquote. Unforeseen complications.
That's what they
Um,
said, right? Initially.
yes, yes, in the
Okay,
website.
okay. This gets
So
good.
yes, the Keyforge algorithm is, and they said it was something to do with their Keyforge algorithm, which is, if you're
Okay.
familiar with Keyforge, it's a randomly, each pack of Keyforge is a randomly generated deck, right? That's supposed to be a unique deck, and that it had unforeseen complications, which will cause delays in the release of Winds of Exchange. The
What
funny thing
happened, sir?
is, the funny thing is, around 2 days ago, somebody on Reddit started posting that in some podcasts, the industry gossip is FFG actually suffered a ransomware attack.
What's a
So a
ransomware?
ransomware attack is something. It's almost like your computer. I'm not a techie, but it's, from what I understand, it's almost like your computer getting a virus, your computer getting hacked or something like that. So they basically have lost access to their
What?
unique deck algorithm. So this is what's
algorithm.
going
Seriously?
around in the industry, and some podcasts have already confirmed this or announced
And they're
this,
trying
that
to hush hush this, right? They're trying
they're
to
trying
keep
to
it
hush
down.
us this as unforeseen complications, right? So, so if you go to Reddit,
So
a
are they
lot of
going to pay
sorry, what was that,
are
Rod?
they going to pay the terrorists? Are they going to pay?
The ransom. You have to pay the ransom. So a lot of tech people on Reddit are saying that did they not have a backup? Well, a lot of
Right.
people are not surprised that FFG, being like probably not a tech company, did not have a backup for their most important algorithm. So,
Exactly.
so more to come
It's
from
stored
this.
in some
We
person. It's stored in some person's laptop lang.
exactly. Nasa
No way
telepono
lang.
lang pala. Nasa Gmail lang pala ng someone. So
But
until that gets resolved, we're probably gonna have delays for Winds
so
of
has
Exchange.
the Winds of Change been Winds of Exchange, has it been printed already or will they print
Well,
it?
I don't think they can print it if they don't have the algorithm. They probably have
Algorithm.
designed the set
Oh my
already, but
gosh.
they probably don't have the means to collate the decks and print the decks
And
randomly right now.
randomized it. Oh man, that sucks
Yeah.
for them. It really sucks.
First time I've
Ooh.
heard this, right? It's interesting.
The funny
It's the
thing is
first
they're
time
trying
in
to keep it
everything.
hush
Somebody
hush.
probably somebody probably left their laptop open sa isang public place. Mga ganyan.
Oo nga. Or ano, nag-share ng
bumili,
password. Di ba lagi sinasabi sa company, don't share your
wow.
password.
Right. Fail forward.
Bumili ng coffee, no? Iniwan lang sa table, ganyan.
Or birthday pala
There.
niya yung password niya, kaya
There.
madaling
You got
hulaan.
ransomware. Okay. Oh, that's sad. Hopefully they can recover from down. That's gonna be a lot of money. Keyforge is still doing well. What I
It
heard.
is,
So
any delays is bad always for any product, right? And FFG has always been
Yep.
delayed on a lot of things, so this will be another reason for delay, I would assume.
all right. All
Unforeseen.
right.
Unforeseen.
Next, Ron.
So Javi said the irony of a game with key being locked out of their own. Yes, they need to forge their keys to find their
They need to
algorithm
forge
again.
their keys
They
better.
need gems. They need gems so that they can make
They
keys.
need gems. Yep.
All right.
Oh my
Ron, you
gosh.
wanna share with us the story about Asmodee?
Yeah. Right. So Asmodee, if you're not aware, Asmodee owns a lot of board game companies right now.
You're
It's
not
You're the
kind of
big
aware.
weird as
bad.
well. It's Fantasy Flight, there's Z-Man, there's Game Genic,
Willow.
Days of Wonder, Catan, Repos, Lookout. So these are a few of the publishers that are currently under Asmodee. And lo and behold, if you have 2 billion euros,
You can own them.
you can buy Asmodee. So Asmodee is up for sale right now by their current owners. I think it's PAI Partners. So that's the most current owner right now. But to put a bit of history in Asmodee's reselling um,
Weren't they
tactics.
weren't they bought like a few years ago, like 3 years ago?
By Pi
Yes,
Partners,
yes,
the same group that is selling them now. But yeah, I guess
yes. So
Ron.
the current owner, yeah. So the current owners, Spy Partners, bought Asmodee for 1.2 billion euros from Eurazeo, something like that.
Yeah, right.
Which is
Mm-hmm.
another investment fund for 1.2 billion euros, right?
Right.
Actually, yeah, from Eurazeo, it was actually bought. They bought it from another one, original Asmodee, in 2014 for 143
Okay.
million euros. So you can see how improving the selling price of
Yeah.
Asmodee is right now, right?
That's
Yeah.
why they
So
keep on
if
acquiring companies, right?
yes, exactly. So if Pi Partners is actually able to sell Asmodee for 2 billion euros, that's the
My
fastest 2 million euros they will be earning ever.
how
Yeah.
much how much is 1 euro
Yeah.
for one
Oh, I
a
haven't checked.
Philippine peso is
Uh,
equal to 60 euros?
I'm not
Some
sure.
sorry,
Oh my
60
gosh.
pesos is equal to 1 euro.
Yeah, nagbibilang na ng pera si Daddy Denmark, guys. Bibili. Magkano ba ang Asmodee na yan? Wait lang ha.
Bibili nila.
Bibili na niya. Ilalabas na niya, oy, Eugene, yung ano mo, asawa mo. Hindi na lang board games
Ay,
ang binibili.
nako.
Board game companies na yung
Naglabas.
binibili.
But I
Sumilit na
think
sa wallet eh.
if I'm not mistaken, they just got bought like 2 years ago. Now
Yeah.
they're being sold again. Wow.
Yeah,
And usually
Interesting.
2018.
the strategy with these kinds of acquisitions is yung Pi Partners is probably not an expert in, it's like
Board
yung mga
games.
venture capitalists,
Yeah.
etc. And they buy these big
Yeah,
companies
yeah.
with the intent
Yeah.
of flipping them later on. So
Mhm.
to Ron's
Exactly.
point, in 2 years, in 3 years, that's a good return, right? Of
Right.
flipping
Yeah, 8
Asmodee.
million euros. That's a good
Yeah,
return. Definitely.
that's imagine
Especially
earning
in
if
this
you
time
were
of
earning.
pandemic, right?
Yeah, exactly. Imagine earning 8 million euros in 2 years. Amazing.
My gosh. Cool. Hopefully
Yeah.
we have that
Yeah,
money
so
to buy.
add to that, Pi Partners is actually an investment fund.
Yeah,
So
it
that
is.
confirms, yeah, it's basically a business move. But of
It
course,
is, right.
selling Asmodee, if ever it does get sold in the future, it will have its repercussions. Alam natin na
Mm.
there's a lot of companies are under it. So expect a transition period.
Mm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
yan. Baka magkaroon ng mga further delays with your games, ganyan. So,
Or some
layoffs
of the
to
companies will be
hire,
dissolved or merged, right?
yeah, merge.
Some of them will have that, right?
A
Okay.
lot of those business moves. So, yeah, look for it. Still for sale. They actually contacted Goldman Sachs.
Mm-hmm. Right.
They're
Oh.
That
partnering with Goldman
bank.
Sachs
Mm.
and Texas Partners to help sell Asmodee. So there you
It's
go.
gonna
If you
get
have 2
sold
billion
soon.
euros, buy
I think I
Asmodee now.
can. I think I can. I'll try. I'll try to contact them.
May sukli pa. May sukli pa.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Thank you for that.
All right.
Uh, I have news for you if you're a fan of the Unmatched or you're just a fan of restoration games. So restoration games and Mondo have a restructure. Why the hell do we care about it? Why are we supposed to care? Because if you're a fan of Unmatched, apparently what they were doing was that Restoration Games was printing Unmatched IPs that are public, and Mondo are the ones who were in charge of the licensed IPs. So Buffy,
Mm.
Marvel. So what they did now
Mm,
was, so they got together and here's what they said: okay, Restoration Games, since you're good at this, just print everything. Okay, you you do everything, and then Mondo will be in charge of the paperworks and then just getting the IPs that they need so that Restoration can print more of the Unmatched series.
Yeah.
So it's gonna
mm,
be no, so right now, before they were split. So right now it's just like all Restoration Games print whatever. Tell us which IP to get. That's Mondo. So hopefully you're gonna see more
license
IPs license
characters.
that you're gonna get from the Unmatched series. So I don't know what IP licensed brand are you
Have you
guys?
played Unmatched ba? Denmark?
No, I have no one to play with.
Bakit wala? Meron kang 8 friends pero wala kang
I have
kalaro
eight
ng
friends,
unmatched.
but no one wants to play two player. But I'm actually
Yung
interested. I've heard a lot on how it goes. Of course, it's a deck builder. It's a gameplay. But I'm interested with how it would work. Like I'm interested with Bruce Lee fighting Bigfoot, Bruce Lee
Yeah.
fighting Red Riding Hood,
mm,
something like that. How would it work? So I'm asking you guys, which other uh, IPs are you interested to see? Regine doesn't want to play this
mm.
game, so
Well, they announced already that
Yun. Actually, yun yun, no? Yun yung tanong ko sa'yo, Denmark. Kaya ako natanong, if you were already able to play Unmatched, who is your dream IP to come out in Unmatched?
I have no idea. I wanna. Is Sinbad out already? He is, right?
oh naman, nasa una yun.
Bad oo. So, una yun, loko mo naman na.
I have no IPs. It's always gonna be Firefly. Firefly would be good.
See, may
That
sagot
that
ka
would
na
be
eh.
a good IP. Um,
Ako ron, tanongin mo ako ron.
Kaya nga, ikaw yung sunod. Oh. Sa'yo.
Pokemon, syempre bro, Pokemon. Imagine mo ba, pare, may Ash, tapos meron siyang character na
how would that
Pikachu.
work? Only Pikachu cards?
Hindi kasi
Pikachu with
yung Jurassic
Butterfree.
Park, nagawa nila ng paraan na merong tatlong raptor eh, di ba? Parang ganun yung how it operates. So, ito
Oo,
interesting.
merong sub-characters eh. May mga
Oh,
sub-characters.
interesting.
Love.
Yun ang gusto ko.
That would work.
Actually, yun
Cool.
yung nakita ko eh. This can actually translate into a smash up. Smash
Ah, oo
Bros.
nga.
No, not anymore. Smash Up is Smash Up. That's
No, I mean Smash Bros. Smash Bros.
Smash
Oh,
Bros.
okay.
Bro.
Mario.
On the
Yeah, that
Switch.
would work for Mario with Mario Final Fantasy
different
guys.
IPs. Yeah, yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Cool. All right. So there you go. So look forward to more characters from the
Matched
unmatched
and
universe.
in-game.
Right. All right. So there you go. Next.
Sabi ni Desky, grabe, Rujin is no one.
I
Grabe ka.
mean, she doesn't want to play that. So I have no one to play with.
Ayan. All
Ron,
right.
take us away,
So,
Ron.
di- okay, disclaimer, no? We are in no part
Nako.
trying to
This
promote
is news.
anything.
We are presenting
We
facts.
are
These are
news.
news.
Wala
That's
kaming
it.
kinikilingan. All
Yeah.
right. So, Ticket to Ride has it's up for pre-order. Has
Mm-hmm.
released their Play Pink um, train sets for the game Ticket to Ride. So we can use it in both the original Ticket to Ride and also Ticket to Ride Europe.
Mm-hmm.
So this is in connection to breast cancer.
Yeah.
So breast cancer month. So um, they will be forwarding the proceeds of um, Ticket to Ride Play Pink in support of the breast cancer month.
Yes.
So
I
guys, it's up for pre-order.
Oh, we lost you,
what
Ron.
happened to Ron? Ron?
Nako,
Okay,
yung
sorry.
mga trolls inattack na
Oh
yung
no!
feed ni Ronan.
We got Ron.
Bye-bye!
Ron, Ron, sabi sa'yo wag kang maggagawa ng mga political statements eh.
Anyway,
Kailangan
you
may
were saying, Ron.
disclaimer ako eh. Ayan. Yeah, there. So the proceeds will be forwarded to supporting breast cancer. And so if you like to put your money to good use,
Yeah.
it's available for pre-order on their website.
I think it's
So
gonna go
that's
for
it.
$5, and every two
Yeah,
dollar from that
I
one
think it's
will be
$4.95.
yeah, and then $2 will go to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation.
Yes,
That's good.
exactly.
Good for them.
So, yeah. So if you
Right.
want to spend your money wisely, go support. It's up for pre-order Days of Wonder website.
Cool. Cool. So maybe you guys can
Okay.
check it out. And
Yep.
next is if you feel like you're the best in board gaming, there's a way that you can prove it. And Jake's gonna tell you about it.
Sabi ni Ronnie, by the way, ang bilis daw ng trolls. O nga, Ronnie, buti na-save pa natin yung feed ni Ron. We've learned there. Okay, so the
Nasave pa
next
lang.
news item is on this particular. This is my first time finding out about this actually. The World Series in board gaming. I didn't know this was a thing until we did this news item. So apparently, to give a high level description of it, there's a certain organization, a board gaming themed organization, and what they do is they every year they run a World Series in board games. Basically, if you think about it, they're making a spectator sport out of board games.
In
So
Vegas.
in Vegas. So what they've announced so far is this particular sport that they're putting together is going to have as much as $25,000 in cash prizes to the first player for the first
Whoa.
placer winner. So,
Whoa.
and what they're gonna do is
Mm.
exactly what you're thinking of. They're going to play board games. So they haven't
No.
announced. So wow, di ba?
No.
Imagine winning this and then buying Asmodee after, di ba? Di ko alam.
Still need
um,
more money.
Still need more money. So what they've announced so far is next year, the qualifiers will be happening between September 28 onwards next year yung
Okay.
qualifiers. And the qualifiers will be
Mm.
composed of 16 different board games.
Mm-hmm.
So within those 16 different board games, um, each board game, meron silang qualifying tournament for each board game. So parang 16 tournaments, and the idea is you will have 16 participants from those tournaments who will then go on to play to the World Championship in board games. So you're getting the best in the best of the board gamers pag sumali ka dito sa
Javi is saying
event.
World Series of Splendor. Guess what? Splendor is one of that
Correct.
games announced, right? So you're
Correct.
gonna be
Correct.
world
Correct.
champion of
Oh.
Splendor.
Exactly. So to Denmark's point, they've started announcing each of the qualifier games since October 4, so last week. So they've announced Blood Rage is one of the games,
Yeah.
Ra, Azul, Seven
Mm.
Wonders,
Whoa.
Splendor, Dune
Classics.
Imperium, Ticket to Ride, and Settlers of Catan. So we still have a couple of other qualifier games to go. So yeah, if you think you've got the metal in those games and you think you're an expert, you should fly to Las Vegas next year and compete in those games.
Why not? Maybe the first Filipino, right? Win it all,
Oh,
take it all. Why not?
oh. If you were to compete in a particular game, Ron, anong iano mo? Ipupusta
Oh
mo?
my gosh.
Saan ka magaling, tingin mo?
Tong its.
Nako. Sana. Kaya,
Wala,
sugal
wala.
lang tayo.
Ano,
No,
ano, ano?
ang hirap naman ng question mo.
Hindi
Ako
ka magaling sa games,
Sana.
yun ang sagot. Ikaw, Denmark, kung ikaw papapiliin ka ng isang board game, saan ka
Nah,
magaling?
my track record in gaming is like
Go fish, no? Go fish.
zero. I have more losses than wins than you could count. So if ever I win, that might be chamba. So I don't know.
So people in the chat, if you have any game na you are good at, let us know. Saan ka maglalaro? Saan mo gagalingan?
Dutch Blitz.
Dutch Blitz. 16 games pero lahat solo. Kaya
Hey,
yun.
why
So
not?
next year, let's see more games to be announced. Ako, kahit
Yeah.
anong game, happy na ako. Basta mababayaran ka naman pag ginalingan mo pala. Galing.
1, 2, 3 pass. Okay.
Okay, you're saying 1, 2, 3 pass.
Oh,
Hey,
pwede.
you guys have faith in our mail or delivery systems?
Bakit?
Do you guys have faith?
Alam ko na yun.
No?
Alam ko na
Do you believe that when you send something through mail or through delivery systems, it's gonna reach the other side?
With prayer to Saint Jude. Di ba si Saint Jude yung prayer of of lost items?
Maybe you can tell us about this, Jake.
So, our next news item is about the Diana Jones Award and how apparently it has gone missing. So
In the mail.
in the mail.
We just,
So the
Why?
we just
Why
recently reported this Diana Jones, di ba? We just
yeah,
reported this.
exactly. So,
It's not
people
gonna get to Africa.
Oh, no.
people who are not familiar, the Diana Jones Award is an informal award in gaming from the group of these RPG stalwarts or sila Peter Adkison, Matt Forbeck. So these are big names in the RPG scene. And they started doing this informal award in 2001. And usually, a lot of winners already since 2001. See, Eric Lang has already won. And it's so informal. There's really no particular category. A person, a product, a company can win this award. So it's just a fun award within the industry. In fact, I was reading stories of this particular award. The idea is the trophy gets passed from one person to the next winner every
Oh
year.
my gosh! Which
So-
makes this news
What?
worse.
Yes, exactly. So the award itself, if you see, there's a lot of history there. You see, it had something to do with the group of Peter Adkison when they lost the license to print the Indiana Jones RPG. So to celebrate, or just like
Okay,
to just
okay.
to give some sense of to celebrate about holding that RPG for a while, literally the trophy is a book that they like laminated a pyramid on top, and if you can see on the picture, it's the Indiana Jones RPG, but they just changed it. They just played around it. It's called the Diana Jones Award.
No, but you're supposed to pass this to the next winner, and it got
Exactly.
lost.
Exactly.
the
So
mail.
okay, that's the introduction into
My
into what the
gosh.
Diana Jones Award is. So apparently it got lost in the mail. It was supposed to go to the 2020 winner, which is the Star-Crossed sorry, it was supposed to move from the 2019 winner, Alex Roberts of the Star-Crossed RPG. It went from the mail in Indiana. It was supposed to go to
Indiana,
A
Indiana.
different group didn't exactly. Yeah, they don't say it's so lost. They don't even say where it is now. So apparently, it's lost in the mail. It didn't get to the
Oh my
2020 winner
gosh.
right now.
Are you
So now,
serious?
so now moving forward, they said no. It's very interesting. They say in like in a lot of things, in a lot of setbacks, there are also a lot of opportunities. So now there's an
Okay.
opportunity to update the trophy, right? So that's what they're saying. But interesting bit of news. We somewhere in the U.S. continent we have the Diana
It's
Jones Award.
it's moving around. It's moving
It's moving. It's in a FedEx truck somewhere, FedEx warehouse somewhere,
not
and they
knowing
have
where to
found it.
go. That's so sad. So
Mm.
always do special. What do you call
Yeah,
it in the mail? Where
tracking.
you
Use
register the
tracking in
mail?
your mail. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't use the Philippine Postal Service Desky for this one, but you seem pretty confident in it.
My gosh. Anyway, and lastly, we're gonna end our headlines with a sad news. I feel like the last time we
Okay,
reported,
good.
it was a we ended with with sad news too,
Ewan ko
right?
ba
The
sa'yo,
creator
Denmark?
of Life,
Ikaw naman yung
the
ano
game
eh.
of Life, he
Oo
Script
nga
died.
eh.
master.
Si Jake, si Jake yata lagi
What?
nire-report eh.
You
Oo,
want
ako,
this to
ako.
open up as our first? Okay,
Oh,
so
well,
anyway,
sige na.
this is the last one for our headlines.
The as Denmark said, it's quite sad news. It just came out today. Brian Golder, or I'm just going to check his name so we get it right. Brian Golder, yes, 58 years old, has been announced.
Mhm.
He is the CEO of Hasbro.
58. Mhm.
Very young, and he was announced to have just passed away today due to prostate cancer. So it's very
Oh, okay.
sudden because it just 2 days ago he asked for a medical leave in the company, and then 2 days later the news has
Mm.
been reported that he has passed away. So it's very sudden. And I was trying to read through social media what people think about his work in Hasbro, right? And a lot of people think na he really pushed Hasbro towards more interesting spaces, more interesting games, the digital space, etc.
Mhm.
Under his guidance also, MTG Arena, digital space, because Hasbro owns Wizards of the Coast, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah,
um,
exactly.
his leadership was very much felt in Hasbro in his tenure. So this is very sudden and quite sad news. He's very young, 58, and
Yeah,
very
that's so
sad
young.
that cancer once
Prostate
again
cancer.
takes
Mhm.
someone from the world, right? Very sad.
That's so sad. All right. So those are our headlines, and we have one informally, but I don't know if we're gonna report on this. It's the guy who bit off
Hmm?
his never mind. There is this guy who bit off a thumb who works in a board game company. I forgot. Anyway, we'll report on it next time.
Pag
So
naalala ni Denmark,
What?
meron na kaming preview for the next news.
May biting ako naririnig. What?
Oh,
Denmark?
no,
yeah.
somebody bit off a thumb. I don't want to report it if we cannot say it
Find
and
the
report it
details.
correctly.
Sige.
So we'll report it
Preview.
next week. So
Facts.
Abangan nyo.
Yun ang
watch out.
facts ng report natin.
That face of concern by Jake. Which news item, Mars? Baka depende. Aling news item yan.
All right.
Wala yan. Bakit wala yan sa ano natin? Bakit wala yan
I,
sa
Meron na rin,
natin
meron
sa
bagong character na naman, si Concerned Jake. Concerned Jake.
while we were reporting, I was like, hey, there was this other news, and I cannot find where the source was. That's
.com.
why I was like, we're gonna be reporting this next time. I tried to,
History
but I
news yan
can't.
para ano, preview. Preview
The
for our
one
next
about the thumb
episode.
daw. Oh, ewan ko ba, Mars, itong mga balita ni Denmark. Kinakabahan ako sa mga balita
Anyway,
ni Denmark.
so those are our headlines, and right now we're gonna be going to new board games announced.
Yan na.
Yay!
Oh.
All right, I think I'm starting this one off. So, Lookout
Ooh.
Games will be coming out with a new game. It's called Yamaland. Did I say that right? Yes, Yamaland by
Bulol, Yamalan.
Phil Walker
Yama ba
Harding.
tawag mo dun sa animal? Di ba lama?
Yama. That's why I was asking. Did I say it
Uh,
right?
chat, please let us know. How do you pronounce
Yama.
L-L-A-M-A? Is it
Yama.
Liamado.
Anyway.
Liamado, di ba? Oh.
Yamaland
That that's
is
engaging.
a. It says here, if you go to the page, it says being a farmer is not easy, and you're trying to grow potatoes, corn, and cacao, and you're doing this. You're fixing the landscape, and then you're placing your llamas.
Oh, oh,
That's
llama.
difficult,
Ayan na.
and
Ayan
you're
na
Wala,
trying to
talaga.
wala. Look
fulfill
at followers,
goals.
Llama.
viewers.
It's llama, Chong.
Lama.
Llama. Okay,
Lama.
Llama Land. Thank you, everybody. So llama. I said it. Llama. Never mind. Anyway, it got my interest because it's like you're trying to build different sets of tiles, and they're not just tiles like squares, rectangles. They are tetraominoes, tetraomino tiles.
Mm.
So you're trying to stack them up like the game number 9, and you're trying to so it's you're trying to fulfill orders by collecting the resources that they need. So if this one, and Phil Walker Harding is known for having simple mechanics but nice strategy for his games. So if you're interested in something that's light to medium weight, maybe you could check this out. It's gonna be out soon. Look
May
out.
lying ba tong game na to? Ngayon ko
Wala.
lang narinig mag-report si
Wala, wala.
Denmark ng game na hindi mo kailangan ng deception ah.
So it looks nice. So
Lama Land. Okay,
Llama
guys.
Land.
Look out.
What do you guys
Interesting.
think? Will you get this? Will you get interested? It's like gingerbread house meets cacao, something like that.
Mm.
If you're familiar
Mm.
with Phil Walker Harding games.
I like Phil Walker Harding games. One of my favorites is Sushi Go. He designed Sushi Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
So,
gizmos. I like his
okay.
gizmos.
And Cacao
It's
also
a
is a
hit.
nice game.
Cacao also. There you go. So along those lines, this is next. I won't say it anymore because it's really difficult for me.
Pero
And
look
you guys
out.
will make fun of
But then again, it's Lookout Games. So
Lookout
let's
games.
watch and look since it's under Asmodee.
It's under Asmodee. Oh no, it might be absorbed. All right. Next, for those of you who are looking for a reprint of this game,
Ah, yes. So the
Ayun,
Palaces of
parang
Carrara was released back in 2012. So it's been a while. It's been in circulation for quite some time. But there will be a reprint for Carrara at the end of this year. So that's in around December. But aside from the reprint, it's not just a simple reprint. They will be adding, I think, additional um, modes in gameplay from the original Palaces of Carrara. So expect more content in this reprint in December.
mhm,
So have you guys played Palaces of Carrara?
no, it's on BGA, right?
I have. I have a
It's on
I
copy.
haven't got.
I
BGA.
love this game. It was out of print for a long time. But I can't imagine when you
Yes.
say na merong expansions yung Palace. Ano kaya yung expansions
Yeah,
na yun?
yeah. Expansions will be coming out along with the reprint though. So it has not yet been announced what those exact modules or expansions will be adding to the game.
Is
But
it direct order to their site?
I believe no. I think it's going to be released in Kickstarter.
Okay. Oh, there you go. That's why there it has expansions. It's gonna be included in
Yeah.
that one. Maybe stretch goal.
Yeah, exactly. We played this, Jake, also online.
We did, and
Not,
I don't think we
uh,
played my physical copy of it, but it's a good game and excited. It is also one. So I don't know if it won, but it was definitely nominated for Kenner Spiel, or when back then it was still Spiel de Jahres. So this is a good game and should have been reprinted for a long time already.
yeah. So
And I
expect
know a lot of people are looking
yes,
for this.
new art probably.
It looks nice. Components looks nice. The rondel.
Meron sana akong tito joke eh. Kasi nalala ko
Sige,
yung
sige, sige.
Palaces of Carrara. Sabi ko, parang diba ano yan? Artista yan. Si Relic Hunter. Si Relic Hunter.
Okay.
Yung mga
So,
nuggets,
look out.
yung mga nuggets ng Relic Hunter reference, please say
Look
this.
out for Ferrara in Kickstarter December. September, December, right?
December,
December.
this 2021. Yep.
Cool. Hey guys, when you talk about deck builder, what's the best?
Well,
Huh? Yes naman yan.
what's a deck builder? Is this a deck?
Magic the
Is this a
Gathering.
deck builder? Is
No,
this
in board games, board game deck builder. What would be your
Wala, pangit
best
mga
for
deck
you?
builder. Pangit.
You
Loko
guys
lang,
are
loko
both
lang.
Deck
you guys
builder.
are both deck builders. You can't give one.
Eh, ako yung magre-report
Ayun,
to
wala
news
kaming
eh. So,
favorite.
alam ko. Oo, ako yung
Wala
magre-report
kaming
to news, so alam
favorite.
ko na.
So we're gonna deck builder, DC deck builder.
DC deck
Mars.
builder. Actually, I haven't played it and gusto kong subukan yung DC deck builder.
Cool.
Maganda daw.
But the first, what they say is the first deck builder ever, right? For board games, has a new thing coming,
Yes.
right, Jake?
Yep. The first cut is the deepest, sabi nga nung. so, so the Dominion, the granddaddy of board gaming and not
There
board
you
gaming,
go.
deck building and
Deck building in
building.
board
and
games.
designed by Donald X. Vaccarino, who designed Dominion and then we never heard of it from him again. And
Yes! No, he has other games.
he designed the yung Kingdom Builder.
That
Nanalo
one
din ng
with the
award doon, nanalo.
with the yellow box. Okay,
Correct,
go on.
Yeah.
correct. So he is still designing Dominion up to this day.
Designing building
Guess
games.
how many expansions Dominion has?
Milk the money.
Guess.
Double digits.
14.
Is it?
Guling naman ni Ron. Binasa mo yung notes ko, no? So this is the 14th expansion of Dominion. Can you imagine games who already has 14 expansions?
Smash up.
Well, I mean, it's probably just in the realm of card games nga that we get so many expansions in
Right.
a board game. But I think it's crazy that Dominion was released in 2001, sorry, 2010, and then it's still printing
2010.
expansions now. So this is the 14th expansion to Dominion, and the theme is called Allies, and the theme is having allies and friends. So
Can
there
we
will be
co-op now?
no, I don't know, but you know how Dominion themes are. When it's about prosperity, there's a lot of money stuff. When it's about
Ugly art.
exactly. When it's the cornucopia. It's about having a variety of things. So I don't know. Maybe this one is. They haven't previewed any cards yet, but there's probably a lot of personalities. Sabi dito sa description, to commemorate a newly formed alliance between the players' kingdoms and the barbarians from the north. Oh, di ba? So
Okay.
magkakaroon sila ng mga party, allies, etc. So 14th
So,
Dominion
Diba?
expansion.
Isa na
What
naisip
was
ko
the last
it's like, imagine
Ano yan?
your Dominion first, your base game that was printed in 2010. Ilang years na yung difference between the cards that you're going to use together.
Totoo
You're
yun.
adding this 14th.
Some are faded. Oh.
May may marka na yung mga cards. Alam mo na pag copper yung mabubunot mo. Pag luma yung sleeves. Pag ganun mo, ay copper to.
But it's amazing how even up to now
Pandikit na.
Dominion is still being played and being printed and being appreciated even up to now, like 11 years later. It's like an eternity in board game
Oo.
years.
Yeah.
And it's still going
and to think so many people keep on saying Dominion has no theme, it has no staying power, etc. There's better deck builders now. But it's still going strong. Like,
It's on the 14th expansion
it's in its
apparently.
14th expansion, right? Crazy.
And
There
they
you go.
just released this 14th expansion.
So if you're a fan, maybe you want to check this out. It's coming out soon. Allies for Dominion. All right. And from Dominion, we're going to boldly go where no one else has gone before.
Totoo.
Yeah. WizKids is announcing Star Trek missions. Right. Oh, you see? Star Trek missions is a reskin of Fantasy Realms. So if you know how to play Fantasy Realms,
Really?
yes, it is. And they're gonna be
Totoo ba to? Fantasy
yes, I'm not
Realms?
kidding. This has exactly the same rules as Fantasy Realms. They just reskinned it to have a Star Trek theme.
I'm zooming the screen.
So if you're familiar with Fantasy Realms, where you're trying to create a hand of cards, seven cards that will score you the most points at the end of the game by drawing
Cool.
cards from the deck or the discard pile. You're trying to create the cards that you want that will score you the most points at the end of the game. That's how you play Fantasy Realms. Well, now you can play it as a fan, as one of the Star Trek people or
People.
characters. So there are others, but
Right.
I'm interested how this would work. And frankly, I'm also afraid because if they could do it right now, maybe another Marvel Fantasy Realms is up somewhere, crawling, starting to crawl out and
Ma-
starting to
Marvel
come
is
out.
the new Cthulhu. Like
Is it gonna be?
everything gets reskinned into Marvel
No,
eventually.
because if they have a new one right now, what's stopping them from getting Oh, maybe Marvel is more expensive if you wanna get their
Mhm.
IP, so it might stop them from that. But hey, Fantasy Realms just won an award. Did it? Did it win? No, it did not. Right? But it
It
was
no no no
nominated.
no. Paleo
I'm
one.
not
Paleo
sure.
It
one.
was nominated. So
Yeah,
if
Paleo
you're a
one.
fan of Fantasy Realms and you want new flavor, and you're also a fan of Star Trek, you might want to check this out.
I have a
Star Trek
question though. I have
Mission.
a question for you guys.
Sige.
So, so are you guys fans of using the actual pictures of people
Good question.
from the IP on board
You
games?
you know this one looks the way that they did it. It looks nice compared to the art of Fantasy Realms.
Talaga? Well,
Yeah.
we have different opinions.
No, I'm just gonna say it's okay. Nothing like, oh wow, it's better than Fantasy Realms. It works. That's what I can say about it.
Uh, ako
It's
kasi, I
okay.
mean, in general, in my
Oh, in
opinion, hindi
general,
ako fan eh. Yeah, hindi ako
no,
fan ng actual pictures. Di ba? Like,
it becomes
it's
dated
weird.
quickly.
Same. Plus, timo yung post ni Picard. Cool yun nung 90s eh. Cool yun nung 90s. Pero ngayon, ngayon, kailangan na ng bagong talent manager ni Picard.
Jean-Luc, Jean-Luc.
Oo, sinasabi ko eh. Yun eh. It
Yeah,
gets
it's like,
dated. Tama kayo eh. Yung
It
cool,
gets
cool yun
dated
nung
oh,
quickly,
90s eh.
right? So there
no,
you
the
go.
game that came to mind kasi is like yung Harry Potter, yung Hogwarts deck
Oh,
building game din.
you know why I'm
That
not
Mm.
uses
okay with
kasi
it?
the actual pictures eh.
You know why I'm not okay with it?
Uh,
Because right now,
yeah.
a lot of companies are doing restarts with their franchises, right? So if you have
Mm.
this, and then they make a new TNG version, and a new Picard, and a new Riker, and a new Worf, and a new Data,
Mm.
I mean, oh, who are these guys? If there are new players, like, who are these guys? They're not my Jean-Luc. They're not my Riker. They're not
Correct,
my
correct. Because
Worf.
a lot of the reason why you use real pictures is because people can relate to them, people can know who these characters
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
But as soon as their run is done, then you
It's
don't know who these
only
people
as
are.
good as it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
All right. Okay, that's my
Okay.
discussion
So
there.
from that one, we're gonna go into some for a small game about crimes, and Ron's gonna report that.
All right. So Lucky Duck Games is releasing Crime Zoom. So if you are familiar with Lucky Duck Games Chronicles of Crime,
Yeah.
so it uses the basic QR code technology that they're using with Chronicles of Crime. So if you're aware or know how to play Chronicles of Crime, sabi nga sa website, it just needs 2 minutes to introduce you to the game and then lets you zoom into the gameplay. So you only have a handful of cards for each scene, and you basically each card consists of one QR code that you reveal using your phone or your laptop or whatsoever, and then
Mm-hmm.
you try to solve the case. So it's pretty much um, a pocket Chronicles of Crime,
Mm-hmm.
if I may say
Mm-hmm.
so. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. You
yeah.
think
So
they're
that's how
trying
it
to get
works.
into that escape room, Dexcape market? You think they're trying to
Um,
get into that segment?
Probably, I think they're basically trying to maximize on the use of their QR code technology since they're the first
Mm-hmm.
to actually
Before it gets
release the game using it.
ransomware.
Yeah.
This is a lesson. This is a lesson for
This is a
everybody.
lesson. Lucky Duck
Protect your
Games.
assets.
Please don't leave
before
your
it gets
laptop
ransomware.
anywhere or whatever. Don't don't share your password or your
Cool.
Wi-Fi in
Don't
your
use your
office with
birthday. Don't
anyone.
use your birthday as your password.
I think they have.
It's
I
not
think they have
password
two
one two
stories
three.
out. I think they have two stories
Yes,
out now, right?
they will be
The
releasing two, yes,
His
two
Last Card and the
scenes
Bird of
or
Ill
yeah,
Omen.
yes,
Those ones are out now. So if you're interested, you guys might want to take a look at this
yeah.
one. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of crimes, I don't know how to connect this one, but
Baka speaking of Zoom.
Speaking of Zoom,
hey, it's
this is
October,
completely
and October
unrelated.
spooky month and about horror. Okay, so
Di ba
Alice
November
Cooper.
yung spooky month? Ano ka
November.
ba?
Yes, November.
Okay, fine. October is
Sige, sige.
horror month then. So Fitz Games has this game called Alice Cooper Horror Box. So it's basically Cards Against Humanity with a different theme.
Or thing.
Written
So
by
it's
a
like,
team of horror-loving comedians. Yung nakalagay.
see, look at the question. Forget murder during the purge. I am blank. Then you find it's basically the Cards Against Humanity mechanic. So it when I was researching this one because it came across my feed, there are a lot of expansions already and a lot of pictures of Alice Cooper. So if you're a fan of him, you might want to check this out, especially now that it's Halloween. You a
Google ko nga, ano ba tong...
haunted party game. So maybe you guys can check this one out and use it in one of your Halloween parties. Maybe online
Pass.
also. All right, and finally for our last new game announcement, it's from Floodgate Games, and this is called Decorum.
Mm,
Okay, it says here in the box, Decorum, a game of passive aggressive cohabitation. So basically, what you're trying to do is you have secret objectives. Yes, lying. Now, secret objectives on how you want the room to look like, and players will be placing things in the room, and you're trying to coerce or manipulate the other player to place the setting that you want for that room because you have this objective that this room has supposed to be this,
mm,
that room has supposed to be that. So you can only say that I hate it or I agree with it, I love it. So that's what you're gonna be doing. And if you arrange a room in a certain way, you score points. So I don't know how they say this is passive aggressive. Oh, maybe because of the hate it and love it thing and trying to say
I'm trying to
skills up.
understand how you just not outright say, limbawa, dito in the example, sabi mo na lang, hindi, yung green na lang lagay mo. Parang gano'n. Hindi pwede. Hindi pwede gano'n. Hindi pwede.
Here's what
Kailangan
they
you have
say.
to say, you hate it.
Decor,
Gano'n.
respond with love it, hate it, or fine with it to work together towards a perfectly decorated home. So it is a cooperative hidden information game where you and your partner share the same objective, decorate your home in a way that makes you both happy. The problem is different things make each of you happy and nobody says exactly what they need. So you need to find a
real
Parang
happy
life.
real
couple.
life. Bakit parang real life
So
yun?
real life.
So, bakit ko gagawin doon? Eh, problema ko na yan sa real life. Mga people na hindi diretso mag-communicate.
You can release
uh,
that passive aggressive anger through this game. So I'm gonna look
I
out for
hate
this
it
game.
nga. Ang kulit mo. I hate it.
Gonna look out
I
for this
hate
game when
it
this
nga.
comes out. So if you're interested with this one, the core room, it's the what do you call this? It's the game of passive aggressive cohabitation. So there you go. Those
Real
Decorate
are
the
life.
room. Decorate the room.
Decorate
Decorum.
the room.
that's our board game announcements for the games that recently came out. And if you have any suggestions on games that you want us to feature here,
Uy, ang ganda ng wallpaper.
maybe you can send it to us. All right, and finally, we're gonna be going to our crowdfunding picks.
Crowdfunding spotlight. Right.
Funding
So
picks.
first up, go take a watch. This one is called. Wait.
Dungeons of Infinity by Jack
Oh.
Sporner. Nope, I don't think that's it. What's the
No,
first
no,
one?
no,
Hindi.
no.
Di ba akin yun? Last,
That was last time.
Anyway, this is
wrong
Paint
notes,
the
wrong
Roses.
notes.
Paint the Roses. Let's watch it together, guys.
Sige.
Okay.
Reaction video, reaction video.
Paint the Roses.
Follow us down the rabbit hole, through the Cheshire Forest, and beyond the Mad Tea Party, where the Queen of Hearts has appointed you and your friends as her new royal gardeners. From the design studio that created evolution, climate,
North Star.
and oceans,
North
comes a
Star
new
Game.
game in the fanciful world of Alice in Wonderland. Your task is simple. Decorate the garden in a manner that pleases the Queen. Paint the Roses is a cooperative deduction game for 2 to 5 gardeners. Work together with your friends to decorate the garden according to the Queen's secret wishes.
Is it
But
red
the
or
Queen
yellow?
will
Yes.
not make it easy for you.
I hate it. I hate
The
it.
fancies can change on a whim,
Sorry, Jay.
and as you progress, she will get
Hindi,
increasingly angry.
Hindi, parang
And
siyang
increasingly
decorum.
fast.
I hate it. I love it.
Stay one
wait.
step ahead of the Queen's eager axe, and your artistry will go recognized across the land.
Not
But
bad.
make one mistake too many, and the last words you hear will be off with their heads! Face the Queen once again in Escape the Castle, an expansion for Paint the Roses.
Wow.
As a seasoned gardener, you are no longer satisfied staying
Sorry,
one
sir.
step ahead of the axe. You dream
Wow.
of a life without
Living
fear,
on the edge.
a life just beyond those castle walls. Find the 5 keys without losing your head, and you will find freedom from this life of servitude. Escape the Castle introduces 6 modules created by an array of talented designers. Each
Wow.
module challenges
Big
you
names.
to rethink your strategy and features a lovable character from Wonderland to help you find the keys to freedom. The Mad Hatter will give you a new key each time you throw a psychedelic tea party. Alice herself provides helpful Eat Me and Drink Me tokens to grow and shrink the Queen. With Tweedledee and
Eat and Drink Me
Tweedledum,
token?
you must guess a player's whim card in the same round
Cute ng
that another
Tweedledee,
player guesses
Tweedledum
yours.
nila.
The White Rabbit will grant you keys
Tawag
if you
dito,
fill
Mel
the garden
Gibson.
under time pressure.
Mel Gibson,
The Jabberwocky
guys.
will trample the garden to help you find keys.
Jabberwocky.
And the Cheshire Cat will give you keys for painting the
Cheshire.
garden in colorful patterns. Back it on Kickstarter to experience this curious
That looks
cooperative
nice.
adventure in Wonderland.
Yep.
That looks really
All
nice.
right. So yeah, that's
It's North
Paint the
Star
Roses
Games.
by North Star Games.
North
It's a
Star.
cooperative game. It's very similar actually to Decorum, no? Now that
We
Ayun.
ate it. We ate
I
it.
hate it. We love it. Sabi ng Queen.
Yeah.
Off with your
But-
head.
Uh, but the gameplay is how do I say it? It's more of like Hanabi. Hanabi
Oh, okay.
on steroids.
Okay.
So
On
each have
steroids.
like
Hanabi
Oh,
on steroids.
steroids. Yeah, so you draft cards that tell you how the queen wants the garden looking like. So that's your objective without
It's like-
having to tell your
Isn't it like Takenoko also, yung pagkaka-describe mo? Because you're trying to make the
Yeah.
landscape
I got
look
Takenoko feels when
yeah.
I saw it
Takenoko
earlier.
kasi it's more of competitive, but this
Mm.
one you're trying to avoid the queen reaching up. So parang
Okay.
same with Hanabi, I think you're only limited to a number of
Actions.
mistakes.
Ah.
Diba?
Okay.
So, yeah. If you're into a more complicated cooperative puzzle game, this might be up your alley. Paint the Roses by North Star Games. It's up on
Mhm.
Kickstarter now. So go look it up. Back it if you feel like you like it. There you
Cool. Cool. Thank you, North Star
go.
Games.
Right.
All right. I think the next one is
Alright.
Steam Up, right?
Team up. All right. Okay. Let's go.
This looks
Watch
nice.
it again.
Hi, I'm Polly from Hot Banana Games. Today I'd like to introduce you to Steam
Hot
Up, if
Banana.
it's a dim sum. Team Up is a light to medium weight dim sum set collection game for 2 to 5 players. Each player will randomly choose one of 12 player boards and place the matching animal scoring marker
Team
in the
Chuon ba
VIP
gumawa
guest
nito?
area
Parang
on the
Team
score
Chuon
track.
School of Cinematography.
Each character will have their own unique abilities to help them gain
Diba?
more points throughout the game.
Yeah.
Each player will
Looks
also take
familiar.
their starting resources as indicated on their player board. The first player will be chosen randomly. On your turn, you can perform 2 of the following 5 actions in any order but must be different. Gain a token. Draw a fortune card. In addition to that, you may also rotate the turntable 90 degrees in any direction.
Yeah,
Play
Lazy
a fortune
Susan.
card from your hand or the
Wow.
one you just drew. Again, you may also rotate the turntable. You can discard 2
Ooh.
fortune cards to gain 1 token.
Nakakagutom naman tong game na to.
Game ba
Lastly,
to?
you may purchase a
Yeah.
steamer. When
On
purchasing a
building ba to?
steamer, any parts of your steamer
Dude,
touching your
look
vehicle
at-
can be
look
purchased.
at the components.
Once you pay the tokens matching all the dim sum in the steamer, you retrieve the
Parang
steamer
gusto mo
and
talaga
place the
mag-siomay
dim sum
after.
onto your player
Di
board.
ba?
And score the party points noted on your
Parang
player board.
pag-endling ka after
immediately.
nitong game na to. ah.
Anytime you purchase a steamer, the steamer counter goes down by 1. Occasionally, a dim sum may be removed from the player board. If that's the case, you remove the most right-hand slot that the dim sum was on and deduct the hardy points that the dim sum was covering. After the first round, one fake card will be revealed at the beginning of every round. Players
Hindi,
must
Clint,
resolve
hindi na
the
kami
event
excited
before
kung gawin
continuing
mong
on.
ano to.
No,
Cubes
There are
cubes
na
two
lang.
won't
ways to
do
trigger
it.
the game
No.
to end, and the round will be completed.
O yun.
The first way is when the fake deck is completed. The second way is if the steamer counter reaches to 0. At the end of the game, you will gain 1 hardy point for every 2
Mr.
fortune cards
Ochino.
left in your hand. However, you will lose 1 hardy point for every
Pero
token
asan yan?
left
Parang
in
hindi ko
your
pa
hand.
natikman yun. ah.
The player with the most hardy point wins, and if there's a tie, the player with the most dim sum on their board. And now if there's a tie, players will share the victory. What are you waiting for? Come, let's feast on dim sum.
Hot
Hot
banana.
banana games. Cool.
Okay, that's hot
Cool.
banana
Hot
game.
banana games. Hey, I should add that. But there you go. That's Steam Up, and it looks really good. Hot.
Yeah.
It makes you
Mm.
hungry.
Ako rin eh. Table presence is amazing, ha?
Yes.
Show
The
my
chicken feet, the components, they really look like the ones that are getting steamed whenever you eat in those kinds of restaurants, and looks good. I like the table. Hopefully, does it come with the table, with the rotating table?
I
What do
think
you-
so.
I think it's a
Kala ko
big
lang mo
box,
does it
right?
come with the table you play on.
Hindi pala.
But it looks nice. I think they are based here in Asia. I think it's in Hong Kong. I think
Mm.
they're friends with the ones who made. They're friends with Jolly Thinkers, the ones who made um, Deception, Murder in Hong Kong. So I think they are in the same group. That's why
Mm.
the production looks good also, and hopefully it will pick up. I think they're gonna release soon on GameFound. Is it out now? Not yet. October
Not
19?
yet. October 19. Yes.
Okay,
October
There you
19
go.
on GameCom.
but it got me interested and might might be good to bring it out with some of your relatives who
Basta,
are.
basta
Yeah.
hindi nila, baka
Love
isipin nila
them.
pinapakain mo sila. Baka kainin nila yung, sabi nga ni Clint, natakam siya eh. Sabi ko, baka paglabas yung relatives mo excited. Parang, oh, kakain ba tayo? Hindi, maglalaro tayo.
Pero parang kakain din tayo. But you're right, Jake. Table presence is absolutely fantastic. It's like you're gonna stop and see what are you playing. What is that, right? So
Dude, tinitingnan ko yung screen, parang naamoy ko na yung chili eh. Alam mo, naamoy ko na. Galing.
So those are our crowdfunders. It's Steam Up is on GameFound. What's the other
I
one?
think Jake.
Paint the Roses is in Chaos, right?
Yeah. Paint the Roses is in Kickstarter. It's out now.
Oh, cool.
Jake, do you have your spotlight?
Wala today eh. Ano,
Alright, okay.
ano lang. Ring light.
Okay. Baka ma-dip sa chili soy yung components.
Yun nga. Alam mo yun, may fine line eh between being too realistic.
Too realistic.
Baka makain, baka masubo.
There you go. If you also have KS or GameFound or any other crowdfunding games that you want us to feature, just message us or send it to us, and we're gonna feature it on our next episode. Cool. So those are our headlines, new game announcements, and our crowdfunding picks for the first half of October. And we're
October.
gonna have more soon in the next 2 weeks. Anything else, guys?
Stay safe, everyone. And we hope you enjoyed the show today.
Yeah, I had fun. I'm interested with that Queen game. Looks really nice. Like I
Yeah,
said,
because
every
it's
time I
no, hidden information. Favorite mo yan, Denmark eh. Pero it's cooperative, ha? Don't forget, it's
Oh
cooperative.
man.
Ah,
You're not supposed to lie. You're
boo.
supposed to help.
Boo. Every time I see the crowdfunding picks, there's always at least one that's gonna make me tempted to get
Yep.
one. I
Yeah.
Shh, she's not
North
here.
Star Games, baka naman. North,
Oh, man.
North Star Games,
Baka
Hot Banana
naman.
Games,
Hot
baka
banana,
naman.
yes.
No.
There you go. So thank you everyone for joining us. As always, we hope and we pray that you are safe and you're all healthy in your household. Play more old games and
Old games. Ano old
yeah,
games? Play all
Oh,
games. Grabe ka
eh,
naman.
also old games
Play,
that are not cult of the new, right? So you can play
exactly.
old games.
mm.
There you
Labas
go.
nyo rin yung bago nyo. Play with your new games din. Sayang naman
Labas
yung
nyo rin
binayad.
yung bago nyo. Sayang naman. Oh, di. Kasi pag di nyo rinaro yung new games nyo, next month, old games
Old
na
na
sila.
siya, right?
Old game na siya.
So there you go. Until next time, I'm Denmark. This
I'm
is...
Jake, and I love you guys. Thanks for joining us
And
today.
I'm Ron. Thank you for spending time with us.
See you, everybody. Bye bye.